I'm back in the fight.
Play of the game. Quadruple kill.
What a great way to start off this video. Seriously, that is the best clip I've ever got in Overwatch. Like a 5-man feed, like taking out the whole team. I've never done that before in any video game, I don't think, from the top of my head. So yeah, I think that is the best I've ever done in a shooter, and that is definitely the best clip I've ever got in Overwatch. I am in love with D.Va at this moment in time. Seriously, I was. You know, at first I did play with her, I wasn't really a big fan, and then I just sort of went to Torbjorn and Junkrat, but seriously, I am in love with D.Va, and lines like this certainly helps.
My New Year's resolution? Catch up on all the games I need to play.
I think that line right there sums up how I'm feeling right now. Like seriously, I've got a load of games to play before the Switch comes out. That is probably my favourite line in Overwatch at this moment in time. I'm in love with D.Va. I'm addicted to Overwatch at this moment in time. And that has led me to think, what games would I double dip on the Switch? I'm kind of thinking I might buy Tekken 7 for the Switch and the PS4 if it does come out for the Switch. And another game I was thinking about is this game that you are watching right now, Overwatch. I think Overwatch would be a perfect game for the Switch, just because, granted it is somewhat old, just because it came out in May last year, but the difference between this game and other old games is that Overwatch is always getting new updates. It is always getting new events. So we just recently got the winter update with the May snowball fight. We had in the summer, we had the Lucio sort of Rocket League sort of mode to celebrate the Rio Olympics. And we've also had new heroes like Ana and Sombra. So new stuff is constantly getting added all of the time. So if Overwatch did come out for the Switch, then I don't think it would be that much of a bigger deal, the fact that it is a old port, just because Overwatch is always getting new content all of the time, and I think that support will continue for a few years as well. So I think that is a good reason to bring over Overwatch to the Switch. And yeah, Overwatch is fun, it is really, really addictive, and my idea for Overwatch on the Switch is if a Switch version had exclusive Nintendo costumes. I think that would be a cool thing. So like if you could get like a Mario hat or a Luigi hat or like a Inkling hat, that would be a really, really cool thing, just because the costumes, or the skins I should say, are a massive part of Overwatch. And yeah, if a Switch version was to happen, I think it would be a good idea if a Switch version had exclusive Nintendo costumes where you couldn't get them on a PS4, PC or Xbox One. You can only get them on the Switch version. That would give like Overwatch players a reason to go out and pick up Overwatch for the Switch. I know it sounds a little bit stupid to say that skins will be a reason why people would pick up a Switch version of Overwatch alongside their existing copy of Overwatch, but skins are a massive part of Overwatch. So yeah, I think it would be a good idea if Overwatch was to come out for the Switch, if it did have exclusive Nintendo costumes. And to go alongside that, I think it would be cool if we did get exclusive Nintendo themed maps as well. So say like you could have a map set in Hyrule, or you could have a map set in Inktropolis, or you could have a map set in the Mushroom Kingdom. I think that would be pretty cool to see. So yeah, I love Overwatch. By the way, this map that you're watching right now was added recently. I forgot to mention the fact that new maps like Icon Wild, I probably have pronounced that wrong, but new maps like Oasis and Icon Wild are getting added, or have been added, and new maps are on the way as well. So yeah, I am in love with Oasis at this moment in time. Seriously, I think this is the best map in the game. I love it. I've played about 5 hours straight on this map, like in the arcade mode, in the specific playlist. I just played this map for like 5 hours, and yeah, I think it is the best map in the game. Definitely, I'm a big fan of it. So, Overwatch, I think is probably my favourite PS4 game at this moment in time. It has got me hooked. Seriously, like, I first heard about this game from a mate in a PSN chat. He said, check out this beta for a game that is sort of like Time Splitters. So I downloaded it, played it, and I probably put in about 12 hours into the beta or however you want to pronounce it, and I was hooked on the beta, and then I picked up the full game and I got hooked again. Like, I was playing this game with my mates. Like, one day I played the game for like 8 hours straight. That is how much fun I had playing the game, and I will leave a link to a series playlist like showing off some of the games I had with my mates. This game is so much fun to play with your friends, but it is also fun to play on your own as well, just because around about July time we sort of stopped playing Overwatch, and then when the Lucio Games update went live, that is when I first picked up Overwatch again, and then I dropped it, and then Anna went live, and then I went back to Overwatch again. So all of these new updates, like new maps, new events like the Lucio Games and new brawls, like, I keep coming back to Overwatch all of the time and checking out the new content. So I'm hooked, like, in Overwatch. I've probably put in about at least 60 hours into the game. I know I have put in 25 hours into quick play. I know I have put in more into the arcade. You don't have stats to track your game time in arcade, unfortunately, but yeah, I probably have put in at least 70 hours into the game. It is really, really fun, and I think it is one of the best shooters on the PS4 at this moment in time. And I think it will be a good thing if it did come out for the Switch. But there is one massive hurdle with Overwatch, and that is the fact that this game is always online. And that is a big problem, because the Switch's main concept is that you can play console games on your TV and out on the go. There are like a listing from FCC that maybe you will not be able to play games online whilst out on the go. So that is a big problem with Overwatch, and the fact that Overwatch is always online, there is no single player or story mode content. You can't play against bots offline, for instance. That is something which I did complain about when I first got Overwatch. I did get Overwatch a couple of days earlier, but I couldn't play it due to the fact that the servers weren't live yet for Overwatch. And I did make a video talking about, I think the video title is "No Overwatch Story Mode Content is Stupid," and that video is currently sitting around about 10,000 views at this moment in time. I got a lot of hate from a lot of Blizzard fanboys out there, but I don't think there is any excuse, like, I don't think there is any reason why you couldn't have the option to play against bots offline. So the fact that this game is only playable online, I think that would be a massive hurdle, and I think that probably will prevent Overwatch from coming over to the Switch, which would be a disappointment, just because Overwatch is massive at this moment in time. It is big in the esports world, it is big just in gaming in general with typical gamers like myself. So yeah, it would be a good thing if Overwatch did come out for the Switch, but the fact that it is always online, that would be a massive, massive hurdle, seriously. I can't really see a Overwatch port, unfortunately. I know we did have that leak from Gino, like, talking about Overwatch coming out for the Switch with exclusive skins and a Nintendo character. I don't really trust anything that Gino comes out with, just because he has got a lot of stuff wrong in the past. He said that the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare codename was something completely different to what it was. So he has got a lot of other different stuff wrong as well. I do believe he said that the Switch would have two separate components. It would have a handheld and it would have a console component as well, and one of them will come out in 2016. So I don't think Gino is the most reliable of sources, and I know he has come out with some recent Switch leaks, which I do believe have been debunked. So, yeah, that isn't why I've thought of Overwatch for the Switch. I've thought about Overwatch for the Switch for the longest time now. I've had this idea popping in my head, and I would love it if it did get announced in next week's presentation, just because I have put in a lot of time into the game, and I would, be willing to do so on the Switch as well, just because it is that fun. It is one of my favourite shooters at this moment in time. I think it is one of the best shooters out there this generation. I would put it up there with Splatoon. I do prefer Splatoon over to Overwatch, but I definitely do enjoy Overwatch, and I'm definitely glad that I did dedicate more time playing Overwatch and not bother buying Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, just because Overwatch is miles better. So yeah, with Overwatch, it is really, really addictive. Like, once you find your perfect character, then you're set. And it is fun going through that process of trying out all of the characters, seeing what character best suits you. And it is fun just, once you learn that hero or character, it is fun just beasting with them. So, you will see me play with Torbjorn a lot. Torbjorn is my main. And then went to Junkrat. I definitely enjoyed playing with Junkrat, and now I'm starting to enjoy D.Va again. At first I did pick up D.Va when the game first came out, but I struggled to understand how to use D.Va that well. My mate absolutely beasted with D.Va, and that was before she got buffed. But only recently I went back to D.Va and I started to play around with her, seeing whether I could change my gameplay and seeing whether I could be better with D.Va, and that process is a lot of fun. And seriously, I'm beasting with D.Va at this moment in time. I'm having so much fun with D.Va. It's just added a whole nother element to Overwatch for me. So yeah, I'm constantly getting addicted to this game due to new updates, like new maps, new events, new heroes. So yeah, I just think it would be a good thing if Overwatch did come out for the Switch. I would double dip and I would pick up Overwatch for the Switch if it did come out. So that is it for this video. I probably have got a little bit of gameplay left to run, just because this match is really long. Really is entertaining. Like I said about this map, I really do enjoy this map. I love all three of the control points. I think this map is the best map in the game, and it has made me look forward to more maps in the future. So yeah, that's just it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Would you want to see Overwatch come out for the Switch, or would you want other games, or do you think it is impossible for Overwatch to come out for the Switch due to the fact that this game is always online? So my next video, which I'm not sure when that will be uploaded, but in my next video I will give you my third party game predictions. And unfortunately I didn't mention Overwatch, and the reason why I didn't mention Overwatch was the fact that Overwatch is always online, and that sort of goes against the whole concept of being able to play games on the go and at home as well. So yeah, I definitely do enjoy Overwatch. It is probably my favourite PS4 game at this moment in time, although I do have to play through a lot of other games in my backlog, so maybe that will change, but I'll definitely pick up Overwatch again. Would you pick up Overwatch again for the Switch? Let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know your thoughts about this new map as well. I am absolutely loving it at this moment in time. I think it is the best map in the game, and yeah, I probably will actually play Overwatch again tonight, even though I've got other games in my backlog to play. So that is it for this video, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye. So I just listened back to the video, and I just had a little bit of an idea for what Blizzard could do with Overwatch on the Switch, and it is something related to what I said earlier about bots being being able to play them offline. What if Overwatch did come out for the Switch, and say like you can play online on your TV, But when out on the go, you can only play against bots, and that will be offline. So maybe Blizzard could do that for a Switch version, but then again, I think a question that needs to be asked is, would Blizzard want to make that effort? And would Blizzard want to make a feature that is exclusive to a Switch version and exclusive to a console that we just don't know how popular it will be at this moment in time? We don't know how big the install base will be. And this game, Overwatch, is primarily a PC game. So would PC fans get annoyed about that? Would PS4 owners get annoyed about that? And Xbox One owners? So, yeah, I think if a Overwatch Switch version was to happen, then I think Nintendo would ask or would demand that you can play against bots offline, so that when you are out on the go, you can still play Overwatch, but you can't play online. So, yeah, that's just an idea that I've got in my head. I think Overwatch, or I don't think Blizzard will make a single player mode for a Switch version. I don't think that will happen. I think what is more likely to happen is if they may being able to play against bots offline, but again, I think that even is a bit of a stretch. So yeah, I would pick up Overwatch again. Like I've said many times in this video, there are periods where I do drop Overwatch. Like I did drop Overwatch, I did drop it in July, just because we had like the same content from the beta from like April to like July, so I was a little bit bored playing on the same maps and playing the same heroes and the same modes all the time. What I do is I go back and play Overwatch in short bursts. So when a new event goes live, I play it for like a week or 2 weeks, and then I drop it again, go back and play other games. So yeah, I would love it if Overwatch did come out for the Switch, like I've said many times in this video. So that is pretty much all what I need to talk about. And yeah, make sure you're checking out my next video. We'll have another Overwatch related discussion coming out soon as well. So yeah, Overwatch is definitely one of my favourite PS4 games. It is really, really unique. And that's sort of why I compared it to Splatoon, because it is unique. I know you got Battleborn out there, but Battleborn is trash compared to Overwatch. We can all agree on that at least. So yeah, Overwatch is unique compared to other shooters out there, like you know, Call of Duty, Titanfall, and you know, the shooters that it is sort of similar to, like Battleborn. It does it a lot better than Battleborn. It's like Battleborn is now free to play, and it is microtransaction heavy. So Overwatch is a lot better. It's a lot more popular than Battleborn. So yeah, it's just really, really like the game. I never thought I would. It's like I was completely blindsided by Overwatch. I didn't even know about the game until my mate told me about it in the PSN chat. So I'm really glad he did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have discovered Overwatch. So I'll love it if it would come out for the Switch. But I think there is a massive question mark there about it. So yeah, that's just it. I don't want to go too much. Otherwise, I will be repeating myself. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.